You wouldn't believe it, but I've got some more data mine cards. That's right, we got more data mine cards. Where did I get these cards? Where did I get this information? Well, I'm glad you asked. Snap.fan, go check them out. They do all kinds of amazing things. They're doing all kinds of statistics, data mining. You can even track your collection. You can upload your profile and it'll keep track of all your win rates of your cards in your deck. So be sure to go check them out. They're doing the hard work that gets us this information and giving us a glimpse of the future of Marvel Snap. So big shout out to them. But let's get into some cards. Now these, I think, out of all these videos, these are the most game-breaking cards. These are nuts. Now I only actually have 8 here because one of them has 4 parts to it, and we'll get to it. But they are beautiful, beautiful art, and I love that about Snap. So let's get into the first one, the Sentry. So the Sentry is a 3-star card. Why? His on reveal is add the Void, which is a 7 power, no text card, to your opponent's side of this location. It's 4 cost, 10 power. Not too shabby. The first thought I had was 0. There's a card 0, he's a 1/3, and if you play him, the next card that you play after him is going to have no effect. So then this ends up being a 4/10, and it just kind of helps buff that type of deck, right? The other thought I had was, okay, what if we actually decide to play the Void, but we take advantage of it by playing Red Skull after, and then Shang-Chi, because it'll be 9 power. Then you can maybe destroy anything else they put there. That's not a bad combo. Or even better yet, let's put a bunch of rocks and stuff that they don't want on their side of the location, and then we play the Sentry, and the Void doesn't even trigger because there's no available space. So all of these things make this card seem decent, but ultimately I think it falls short. The art is super cool though. I think it looks great. I've seen the Void as well. It looks really, really cool. It's an awesome token. There's also the downside that you play this, and because the token has no effect, your opponent might be playing a Patriot deck, which isn't a stretch to say because that's a very popular deck in the meta right now, and then they actually get to buff that. If you play this just regular, you play it and they get a Void, then this is a 4/3 power card because they're getting 7 and the difference is 3, right? So that's why I'm giving it 3 stars. I think it's just a little bit too high rolly, a little inconsistent. She-Hulk, 5 stars. Okay, She-Hulk I thought was going to come out when Daredevil did, and she didn't. A lot of people thought because this show was coming out, what a great time to release She-Hulk, and I think she was supposed to with the Nexus events. But she reads, costs 1 less for each unspent energy less turn. She's a 6 cost 10. Yes, you play this on turn 6 if you didn't play anything on 5, and she's only going to cost 1. But here's an even better yet scenario for you. You play Magic on 5, which is actually not the optimal turn to play Magic, but you're going to do it anyways. And then you're going to pass on 6, and then you're going to play She-Hulk and whatever you want with the rest of your 7 energy on your turn 7. That's a free 10 power. It's going to cost literally 0. And then you have 7 energy to spend. And let's say this. Before that Magic turn, you Moon Girl. And you have 2 of these She-Hulks in your deck. In your hand, rather. So then maybe you also have the Infinite. And then on that turn 7, you're playing She-Hulk, She-Hulk, Infinite. That's insane. That's so good. So I think anytime something can be discounted, especially in Marvel Snap where there's only so many turns, I think the value is just through the roof, and I have to give She-Hulk 5 stars. All right, let's go on to Zaboo. Look at the art. I love this card. I'm a big just animal lover in card games. I find they just look always so awesome. This is just this big saber tooth with green eyes. Why does he have green eyes? I don't know, but he looks awesome. And he reads, if this is in your hand when you discard a card, put that card back and discard this instead, and it's a 5/7. 3 stars. The reason I'm giving this card 3 stars is the only application I really see for this is that it's Hela insurance. You don't want to discard your Hela. Everybody has the problem of running a Hela deck, but you run the risk of discarding her. You can't really play Lady Sif because Hela will get discarded. But now you can reliably discard Hela or just get risky with your discards because you know that you have Zaboo to back you up. And then if you do end up playing Hela later on, Zaboo's going to come out because he was one of your discarded cards. And that's 7 power. So that's pretty good. So I think it's pretty worth it to run Zaboo in that deck. But the reason I'm giving it 3 stars is because you don't want to just play this as a 5/7. That's not great. So you kind of have to accidentally discard something that you don't want to discard to get the value from Zaboo, which might not really work out. There's a very good chance that you could just discard this. And then it's like, well, it was just a 5/7 that I discarded. And then on top of that, It doesn't really work in any other decks, I don't think. Unless you're just trying to safeguard your hand, or if there's ever a card that comes out that's really obnoxious and discarding from your opponents and it's meta breaking. Kind of like Moon Knight, essentially, right? The mutual discard. But ultimately, I think this is just kind of a 3-star card. It could be a fill in a discard deck, or you could probably omit it and go with something else. Okay, then we got Shuri. Shuri is a 5-star card. I'm going to put it all on the line on this one and guarantee this is a 5-star card. So on reveal, double the power of the next card you play. 5 stars. 4 cost, 2 power. But that doesn't matter. And you don't even play this on 4. Stop thinking about 5 cost cards that are great to double in power. There's a few, but it doesn't matter. Because really the best time to play this is on turn 5. You're going to play it on turn 5 to buff your turn 6 play, and then just win the game with that. And I don't even know what it might be. But let's use, even if not, okay, let's say you play it on turn 4. Then you pass on 5, then you play it on 6. That's 40 power. That's insane. That's so much power. It guarantees wins you in location. And maybe that's a little overkill. So maybe you want to play something else that duplicates itself, or other things are like move synergy stuff. Or even the Black Panther that we looked at earlier in our preview videos for data mines, right? The Black Panther gets double power on reveal, double its power. So if you're doubling and then doubling is just already just a giant card. So I think Shuri is insane. I think she would always find a way to kind of break the game. And then maybe there's even on reveal synergies here, like getting out an early Odin with ramp, right? And triggering it again. Just nuts. Okay, next card is Snowguard. So this is the card that I said that has 4 parts to it. So we're going to kind of break it down each part. But I overall don't think this card is very good because it reads, if you haven't played this by turn 3, transform it into a random spirit animal, right? Random. I don't like random. I don't know if you guys caught that yet, but whenever things are random, I find they easily get replaced with other things unless they're crazy broken, and that's not healthy for the game. So this is a 1 cost 2, but you don't really ever want to play it on turn 1, so it's not really a 1 drop per se. You're probably going to want to wait until turn 3 and see what you get. But the results aren't so great, so you could either get the bear, on reveal give your other cards +1 power, Blue Marvel, I guess, but not ongoing, just 1 big boost, and then only 3 power for the 5. I don't know. 3 stars for that guy. He's probably the best one. Then you could get the Eagle. You can move this each turn, a 3/4, right? So a little cheaper, maybe a little more on curve, because now you can play it immediately once she transforms. And you can move it around if you just so happen to be playing a move deck, but that's risky. And then the last one is this like Jackal Wolf thing going on. It's a 4 cost, 8 power, ongoing -2 power for each other card you have here. That sucks. That really sucks. Unless you can find a way to get rid of that ongoing ability or something, you don't really want to play this as your only card at a location, so it ends up being by itself trying to win a location with 8, or you end up, let's say you have 2 other cards there, it's just a 4/4. That just kind of sucks. And the worst part about this all is we have on reveal, move, ongoing. So you could throw it into any one of those decks, but it's very unreliable. And then if you're trying to build a deck around it, it's going to be unreliable. It's just going to be super unreliable. It's random, right? So that's why I had to give it 2 stars. But, guys, big but. Look at the art. Look how beautiful this is. This is one of the most gorgeous looking cards I think is in Marvel Snap. It's so nice with the bear and the eagle and everything. I will play this card so much just because it is so pretty to look at. So 5 stars for the art. 5 stars, art team. You did a great job. Okay, moving on to I think what it might be a fan favorite, Silver Surfer. Okay, this one's gonna be controversial. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but on reveal, double the power of all 6 cost cards, wherever they are. So it's 4 energy for 0 power. So you're really trying to set something great up. Hopefully you're ramping and you can play 2 of your 6 drops and they're bonkers, right? Like I'm talking Giganto at 28 power and Magneto at 24 or something like that, right? Because otherwise you've totally burned your turn 4. And your opponent might benefit greatly from this. They might not have a very good 6-drop. Maybe their only 6-drop is Arnim Zola, and this literally does nothing for them. But it is a mutual effect, and you have no idea if that's going to work out for you or not. You just don't know. Your opponent could be giggling behind their cards because you just gave them like 10 extra power. Even though maybe you gave yourself +14, you gave them +10, and a free turn 4. So I'm just having a real hard time seeing how Silver Surfer could be worth building a deck around. Maybe you toss him into the ramp deck that currently exists with like Electro, Psylocke, a lot of 6-drops, Destroyer, that kind of thing, armor. But I don't know. I don't think I would. I would still try it. I would definitely still try it. But I don't know. I don't really see it yet. 2 stars. Then we got Strife. He's a 3 cost, 7 power. If your opponent has 12 plus power here, at the end of any turn, destroy this. So first of all, the 3 mana for 7 power, we see this stat line actually quite frequently in some cards with poor abilities that maybe give your opponent an advantage. The first one that comes to mind for me is Maximus. He gives your opponent 2 cards. They draw 2 cards on reveal. I like Maximus a lot more. I don't particularly mind if my opponent gets draw, and sometimes it can actually be to my advantage. In this scenario, I don't have control over when Strife gets destroyed, so there's really not that great of a destroy synergy, and it's giving my opponent the decision. So they could just play something on turn 6 at this location if I'm banking on this, and all of a sudden they get 12 plus power. It's not 12 power more than me. That would be a hard thing to achieve. It's just 12 plus power. Guys, if you're playing Marvel Snap, you know how easy it is. Pretty much every game to get at least 2 locations over 10 power, 12 power, right? Like this isn't that hard of a thing to do. So I think more often than not, if you're playing this, it's going to get destroyed, and then it might not get destroyed in time for you to benefit from it with like death or just anything. So I had to give Strife 1 star. Let me know if I'm wrong. Comment below. All right, and now we have another 5-star card. That's why I was telling you guys. These cards are going to break the game. Silver Samurai. 1 cost, 2 power. When this is discarded from your hand, draw a card. Now, we already had the one, Black Knight, that when he gets destroyed, you draw a card. I give him a pretty good high rating because I think that's a really good card. But getting destroyed is actually a little bit worse because you lose the 2 power and you have to figure out a way to destroy that card, which isn't always the easiest thing. There are quite a few destroy cards, but it's a little bit more difficult. Whereas Silver Samurai, it's not that hard to discard this. And you don't even have to spend the 1 mana to play it, right? With that Black Knight card, you have to play it, then destroy it. This, you just leave it in your hand, and if by chance you discard it, you're going to draw and thin out your deck. So you literally just always leave this in your deck, in your hand rather. You always leave it in your hand, and you just hope that it's one of those ones that you get discarded. So let's say you have like this, and Wolverine, and APOC, or whatever, and you're playing discard cards like no tomorrow. You don't have to worry about it. And you can dig through your deck a little bit faster. There's not draw. The reason I give this 5 stars is because there's very little draw in Marvel Snap. So I think when you do have the opportunity with draw, with synergy to your playstyle, like discard, like the value is just like skyrockets in my opinion. And worst case scenario, you play this, it's 1-2, and that's like 2 power. It's like pretty standard stat line. So I had to give Silver Samurai a 5-star rating. Maybe it's a little bit much, but I think it is pretty bonkers. So that's all the cards I got today. Let me know what you think. We have some amazing art in these cards. My goodness, I can't wait for them to come out. These abilities might change, right guys? You know, it's not always consistent, but we were right about Nick Fury. So, alright, that's going to do it for me. But thank you so much for checking out the video. Snap subscribe if you haven't already. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been so much fun looking over these cards. I still got more cards to talk about from data mines. They're going to keep coming, and anytime there's a new batch, you know I'm going to do it. So stay subscribed, and I'll catch you guys next time.